Hello there, viewers, and welcome to yet another video posted by Bosscinerator, live here on the microphone here with a video that I've been kicking around my head for quite a while. Actually, the first time I wanted to do this one, it was when my first year anniversary was coming out, this channel, in which I produced my first 2 top 10s from back then to capitalize on the bosses that I've been able to do through the year, and I definitely appreciate all the support of those because, you know, while the transition music did not go over well, I have no idea why that happened during rendering, but that did, and despite of it, I'm glad that people were supporting it, had a really good time with it. Getting back to this video, basically what I wanted to do is I wanted to do a short reflection video on my first year as a YouTube channel. I wanted to get some things out in the open for people who are interested, and basically, this is just a big thank you to the first people who are supporting me, and I definitely want to give good thanks to them, because, you know, it's just for you guys. I appreciate that you like my opinions, you like my videos. It gives me the good thing to spur on ahead. The first thing that I want to say is one thing that's been constantly on my mind as a YouTube channel maker, a producer, is that first things first, the one thing I want from my subscribers is I want some goddamn feedback. I need some feedback from you guys. I'm sorry I had to say it like that, but I really do. Because as you've known for probably the last couple of months, I've tried to kind of rework my entire system, the format of the videos that I do to try and see if I can get some feedback on what people like, what people don't, and I'm not getting any of that. I mean, from what I've seen, people just have no opinion on what I'm doing. I'm glad to see that some got a couple of comments on a couple of videos, but that was kind of discussing more Metal Gear Solid lore than actually the video itself. I mean, I've gotten a couple of thumbs up because, you know, those are just fun videos to make. Bottom line, guys, is if you do like my stuff and you do like what I do and you want me to get a little better, you know, just give me some constructive criticism. See, maybe, say you don't like the format of the video at all, you'd like to see more of a let's play attitude, which is another thing I'm kind of kicking around my head. We'll be able to see that in the future. I'm definitely glad to do another format of a video just to kind of do a boss reviews, you know, what I usually do in a new context, if that kind of makes sense to you. But, you know, if you like me doing stuff live, if you like me doing, you know, with a try to be more comedic about it, if you think I'm trying to be try-hardy with that, if you think my last stuff was, you know, with the Let's Play and then you do the review after that, if you like my early videos, you know, with the Shadow of the Colossus, I did a lot of that. Somehow, if you like what I did with the Phalanx video, and the character that I did with that, if you somehow like that, anyway, just tell me, you know, comment, just say, you know, blah, 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 blah. I like what you did, you know, I don't like this could be changed, just literally anything, guys. I'm looking for feedback on my videos because I'm not getting anything here, and I'm just trying to figure out, you know, what people appreciate, what people don't, and, you know, how I can kind of tailor this to, you know, be more fun, be more qualitative, you know, just that. That was the first thing on my mind I wanted to get out to you guys. Second thing was, you know, it being a year and a little bit past, you know, I've, obviously I haven't seen the type of success that I would have liked to. You know, I've seen a couple of people, you know, really appreciate my stuff. I got people coming in saying that they do appreciate what I do, they're supporting me, and I definitely want to give them a good thank you for that because you guys are on the ground floor. You spur me on to make more videos, and I appreciate everything you've been able to do. But in the long run, it's been a small success, a really small success, and it's a small niche. But I'm definitely like feeling that for you. You know, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get more people on the line as this kind of goes on, and I get a little better at it. Maybe become more of a countdown artist instead of just doing single thing reviews. But it's just what we see on ahead. But overall, I'm definitely thankful. You know, I'm out there. I've got over 100 videos made, for better or worse, and people are watching them for how much they watch them, and just definitely glad to see what I've seen. And you know, I'm gonna be making more videos. It's just bottom line thing. I appreciate everyone's support, and it's definitely gonna help me to make this more successful. Okay, now that I've gotten through a couple of the housekeeping topics that I kind of wanted to get out of the way, let's just do some more personal comments on what I actually like to do. When I went through Metal Gear Solid, which was a major turn for my franchise, it dominated 80% of my first year, and, you know, going through that, I definitely appreciated Kojima's work. It was a crazy story, definitely a lot of unique boss fights. and I definitely liked appreciating it because it was coming at me from all angles. You know, it was definitely a good first start type of series thing, and for what I've been able to do and for what I haven't been able to do, I've done the mainstream Metal Gear Solid bosses, and I haven't done any of the spin-offs like Metal Gear Acid. I didn't do the early retro stuff, and for Metal Gear Solid, the thing that keeps racking my mind about that is that I want to do a top and a bottom countdown just for Metal Gear Solid because it is such a huge franchise, but the thing about that is that I don't have the total amount of knowledge in my head for me to do that. I mean, there's too many games off the table for me to go through with that. So I may do reviews for Metal Gear 2, and the Metal Gear Acid games, and then do a countdown on them to kind of just get my opinion out in the open. You know, unfortunately, since it was such a big thing in my first year, it's probably gonna be a similar opinion to the top and bottom of 2014. So I'll just that kind of go ahead. And Shadow of the Colossus. First year doing Shadow of the Colossus is my first project. Probably in the long run a bad idea because that one was a 17 video series. I did not have the work ethic necessary to get that done quickly as probably Peace Walker as a comparable project, and it just dominated way too much of my time. You know, it probably took me 5 months to get through because I was so inexperienced and the videos are just so freaking long. I mean, I look back on those videos and I freaking cringe because the format I did for that was completely ridiculous. I mean, I did the entire fight first, and then I did the review, and the most galling thing of all to me was the fact that I had the scores on the screen constantly. That's just a little thing, but it's up for 5 minutes. I mean, for the love of God. And yeah, like I talked about the phalanx thing, that was a spur-of-the-moment thing. I thought it would be a little funny, but again, it's probably cringe-worthy, personally, for me to say, because, you know, I can't do characters that very well. I can't do really characters, or I can't do characters. You'll get to see a little bit more of that arg thing a little later in the week, but, you know, it's just not something I can do. There's more talented people that can do it for me. Yeah, basically, that was my first year. You know, I did Shadow of the Colossus, I did Ico, I did a lot of Metal Gear Solid games. I got up to frickin' Ground Zeroes, which honestly I did not like as a game. It shouldn't have been released like that. It was only an hour long, and it really just was one mission path, and it probably could have been connected to Phantom Pain fairly easily. Just don't release anything, you know, just keep doing trailers. You don't have to release a game before it's ready, you know? That's just my thing about Ground Zeroes. I know it's a huge prequel, it has to set up some stuff in of itself, but you can establish that any way you want. I mean, you did that in Metal Gear Solid 2 very well, and it was the wool's cloth that everyone was talking about when E3 showed MGS2, and that's just what that is. But now I'm rambling on a bit. You know, I'm reflecting on my year. It's definitely been appreciated. Now I'm doing Call of Duty because, well, the reason I'm doing Call of Duty isn't because I know it was filled with bosses. I thought there might have been like 1 or 2 sparsed around like the Halo series, but right now I'm hitting absolutely nothing. I'm just doing game reviews as people have been seeing, and for better or worse, that's what I'm doing right now. I mean, people are probably gonna call me out as like, why are you doing Call of Duty? Why the hell did you pick this game when your channel's all about boss fight reviews? I'm reviewing boss fights to kinda do the more in-depth video game thing, because bosses are a huge part of video games, as we all know. And, you know, each of them are so unique in their own right that they should have their own review, and unfortunately Mario is gonna kill that for me. Kill it right in the ground and stamp on it with his big brown boots. But, you know, for other game franchises, it definitely holds true. They're unique bosses that each deserve their own introspective for what they are, basically. And the main reason I'm doing Call of Duty as a franchise on this channel is essentially because it's the biggest franchise out there. I think this is just one of those things I need to get off my chest. I thought this would have been an easy thing to kind of get out of the way early in the year so that I could move on to some other bigger things, but it's just so frickin' slow. I mean, more than the hiatus of what I had to do for this, it's just a slow goddamn process, and there's too many frickin' games. It's a slog that I've been doing with, but you know, people are gonna appreciate it for better or worse, and you know, with the review that's coming up later this week, I think people are gonna challenge their preconceptions about this game for the scores that it's been able to get. But, you know, that's all up to you guys if you want to see my opinions on things, especially opinions on incredibly obscure things, because this thing is not mainstream. mainstream in any case. If it was mainstream, I probably would have want to kick my damn head in. That's just how the world works, and I'm going to be doing Call of Duty right up to Advanced Warfare. Maybe there'll be a boss fight in there, maybe not. Probably not is the way it's going now, but you know, it's in there. It's in the realm of possibility. That was my first year. That's really all I could really think about. I definitely appreciate everyone's support, being able to do all these reviews of bosses, show people the boss, show people the fight itself, show why it works or it doesn't work, and you know, challenge some damn preconceptions, because boss is like, ironically, the boss, and show why it doesn't work and why my opinion of it is valid through evidence that I show. The boss doesn't work because it's a convoluted story that's hinged on one person's actions that don't meet any sort of humanistic reasoning. Malice doesn't work because, really, he doesn't fight you. I mean, it does work in its own way, but as a boss fight itself, it doesn't work. Malice as a set piece works because it's all about the frickin' story, but as a fight, fuck no. This thing's just tall, boring, and insta-kill butchery for the sake of insta-kill butchery. And then you've got boss fights that completely threw me out of the water. The Fury for Metal Gear Solid 3 was so frickin' good. It got on my top 5 reasonably above top number 5. I was completely surprised by that. No one knows who the Fury was, but it was fucking fun. It was a huge challenge, and just overall, it was a really greatly designed boss. Through all these experiences, I'm gonna get always better. I might do better scripting, get to know my video editing software better, maybe add some new tools to my arsenal, and it's just gonna be getting up and up and up as time goes on. You know, it's definitely not gonna regress. But last thing that I want to leave you with this, guys, it's going to be the first thing. I really want to see some feedback from you guys. I definitely want to hear, you know, what works for my channel, what you like, what you don't. Some things that you might see, you know, some new video types and some new games that I haven't thought of yet. Just reach out to me, you know, I'm definitely available to you guys for your opinions, as long as they're constructive, you know, not just troll yelling at me for the sake of trolling or being a dick or anything. My subscribers are definitely not dicks. That's definitely for true. But, you know, feedback is always permitted. I definitely want to see that happen, because, you know, there are intelligent people out there with reasonable grievances about what I do. If your criticism is that my voice is annoying, well, then that's something I really can't help, guys. And by this time, I'm pretty sure you've stopped watching completely. Yeah, that's what I do for a live take. That's just tangenting my balls off. But last thing, very last word about this, give me some feedback, guys. It's definitely appreciated. So last thing, as I always end my videos, guys, is a victory for gamers for y'all, because you damn well deserve it. We'll see you next time, and tomorrow for another video.